recovery rates in the UK hover at around 20%. So of the 28,000 bikes stolen per year, just 5,600 will be recovered. Fitting a tracker massively increases the likelihood of recovery, and the statistics don't tell us how many of the recovered bikes were fitted with devices, but if you take into account the chance of getting a stolen bike back without a tracker, it is slim. And because of that, I reached out to a bunch of companies asking them if I could put their trackers to the test. MoniMoto were the only ones to reply and promptly sent me over one of their MM6 trackers. I reached out to someone you've seen before on this channel, GR Biker, and he agreed to be our makeshift thief for the day. With the tracker stashed in his pocket and his GoPro rolling, he speeds off to hide somewhere in central London, leaving me a stone's throw away from the London Eye with the tracker's Bluetooth fob in my pocket. It's not long before I start getting phone calls and texts from the MoniMoto's app telling me that the bike is on the move and bombarding me with GPS coordinates. Meanwhile, GR was exploring all the shadiest parts of London on his gnarly sounding BMW K1300 in the hopes of finding the perfect little stash spot. Avoiding police patrols and local law enforcement lampposts, our friendly thief draws close to a location shown in a previous video where thieves stole £22,000 from a secure cash delivery driver. Feeling as nervous as Donald Trump on a windy day, I set off on my R1 chasing the breadcrumb trail of GPS pings he'd left for me. As you'd expect, the MoniMoto app allows you to easily dial into the tracker's location by integrating Google and Apple Maps from the touch of a button.
Okay, we're closing in, the net is tightening. Alright, where are you? We're almost on him. He's around here somewhere. Ah, there we go, we got him. Not bad. Alright, so there he goes. He's got the tracker on board, and we're going to find him hopefully in a bit. So we're going to give him a 10-minute head start. It's 11:54 at the moment. We're going to wait till, you know, 12:04, have a nice little break, grab a drink, and let this thief steal our bike. So again, we managed to find him quite quickly. This time he's going to go for the hardest place he can think of. I have no idea where the hell he's going, but I assumed around here, you know, these buildings are quite tall. This building right here, he told me, he thought this would be a good idea to park next to this. This is a massive, like, transformer. So you imagine the amount of, like, electrical interference that will be coming off this thing. He was thinking that maybe this could be a little, you know, trick to stop the tracker from really getting a determined location. And to be fair to the tracker, it had it on this shop. So I was quite surprised. I turned the corner here, very narrow road, and there he was waiting there.
While celebrating what felt like a very easy victory, we decided to go again, but upping the difficulty this time. After receiving my phone call from MoniMoto, I watched as the GPS pings flooded in with his location.
Got another update on live tracking where he is. He's in traffic at the moment, headed towards Camden Town. Yeah. Looks like traffic's bad around there.
After waiting my time and seeing where roughly he was going, I decided to try and be a smartass and head him off. I thought if I punched in Finsbury Park, I could catch him while riding the bike. Historically, Finsbury Park has a huge record of moped and motorcycle theft, so my reasoning thought he was going to be stashing it away somewhere underneath a tower block. After riding north for almost half an hour, I realised whilst riding I hadn't been checking out the latest GPS pings, so that meant the predictability I thought I had over this thief was completely wrong, and he'd actually doubled back and started heading south. So now GR had an almost 40-minute head start on me. The stress from that alone, and the fact my low warning light on my fuel tank had come on, had really put me in a position where I was highly annoyed and agitated for not paying attention. That was kind of evident when I bumped into one of the locals.
Sorry? What? Fucking weirdo.
After realising my annoyance and stress was about as useful as a snooze button on a smoke alarm, I figured I wasn't as smart as a GPS tracker and I should just put my attention back on the coordinates it was giving me. By a sheer stroke of luck and a lot of green lights, I managed to whittle down the time ahead he had against me. He was just passing Tower Gateway and I was at Aldgate East, roughly 10 minutes away, when GR pulled out some well-timed lights, some quick riding, and some handy local knowledge to pull this off.
So Tower Hill, bingo right there. It's telling me he is somewhere off to our right now, so he is parallel with that building. Well, that's where the tracker lost signal. So that is the road we need to go down. So I've got an idea. I know a little slip road I can come off. Can't go down there because of the buses, but there is this beautiful little spot just around here. Says it's a dead end, but it's a very good way to join back up with that traffic. So down here, all the way around, do a right. Oh, that would have been a good spot as well to hide a bike in. Look at that, very big. Somewhere in there would have been fun. Let's see where he's got for us. So it looks like we lost signal. Somewhere around here, on this corner. Alright, so this is the last time it picked up any signal.
After searching the local area of his last known GPS coordinate, I finally realised, looking back at all the GPS pings, that they would refresh every minute or so, which meant I had a minute's radius to scan from where his last known location was to where he most likely is now, because he's gone underground before it could send a new ping. So I looked on Google Maps and within seconds I found 2 multi-storey car parks which also had subterranean levels to them. After spending nearly 10 minutes searching the first car park and definitely arousing suspicion from the car park security, I left defeated, heading back to the car park, in which I'd earlier commented on being the perfect place to hide a bike.
Oh, that would have been a good spot as well to hide a bike in. Look at that, very big. Somewhere in there would have been fun.
So I came around that corner just there, and he was there, parked up, no signal. Fantastic spot. There's my bike. If only I'd gone through here a little bit more, it would have been, it was this bit I drove through. I would have been home and dry, and I would have found the bike, but I chickened out. I was like, oh no, I can't go through here. But yeah, so close.
So close.
Simply, without MoniMoto's tracker, I'd never have found GR's bike, which was a feeling I was all too familiar with back in 2015 when I had my very first KTM RC 125 stolen within 3 months of purchasing it. I had no tracker and spent days walking around the streets in sheer desperation trying to find it, and it's only now 6 years on that the insurance companies have stopped bumping up my premiums because of the theft. Trackers these days are usually the first thing thieves look for coming out of the bike's battery bay. That's why MoniMoto designed a unit with replaceable batteries that power it for up to a year, meaning it's fast and easy to set up and install. It also self-arms and disarms when the fob is on and off the bike, meaning there's no forgetting to arm the system like on other trackers. If you want to learn more about MoniMoto's tracker, head down to the link in the description where you will find numerous success stories from previous bikes that they have recovered through the tracker. And if that wasn't enough, if you want a 5% discount, be sure to use my link and that will get automatically applied at the checkout. But be quick, because that only lasts for 2 weeks. I'm still thinking up a few cool little places to hide this tracker, but if you've got any tips or suggestions on where you can hide this tracker on your bike, let me know. Drop me a message over on Instagram. After making this video, I had over 120 gigabytes of footage to whittle through, which was so time consuming that in the end I just decided to include 2 of the finds, because the other 2 were just so quick and so easy that there was just no point of including them. It's hard to say I really can find a fault with this tracker. It's probably one of the best GPS trackers you can buy on the market today. When putting it bluntly, you can buy as many padlocks and dislocks as you want, but if a thief gets through it, once your bike is gone, it is gone. Unless you have that last line of defense as a tracker, you have no chance ever getting your bike back. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, you've been awesome. I've been legit. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, you've only got 2 weeks left before that 5% discount disappears. So